The link technique is used for memorizing short lists of items, such as shopping lists, in which each item is linked to or associated with the next. Instead of trying to remember the list randomly, with this method, you approach the items logically, connecting them to each other and thus creating clues to remember them later. This mnemonic technique works by coding information to be remembered into images and then linking these images together. There are two variants of the link system: the chain link, or the word train technique, and the story method, or the continuous link technique. Let's view how to use each of these methods. The chain link technique works by linking a series of pairs of items, elements in the list that are next to each other, like a chain. You take the first item on your list and create a visual association between it and the next item. It is recommended that this association be made in your mind through a memorable action, such as sticking them together, smashing them together, putting them on top of each other, or such like. Then, move on through the list, linking the second and third item, the third and fourth, and so on. At any given time, you will only be focusing on just two items. Let's view an example on how to use this method in your daily activities. Here is a 6-item list that you will be able to memorize in sequence in a surprisingly short time: olive oil, bananas, dog food, wine, carrots, and broccoli. To associate olive oil and bananas, imagine olive oil stepping on a banana peel with her right foot, causing her to fall down with a big splat. The next two items, bananas and dog food, can be linked with this image of a dog wearing a funny banana costume. To associate dog food and wine, imagine a drunken dog. To link wine and carrots, you can imagine a rabbit jumping out from a bottle of wine. And finally, link the last two items, carrots and broccoli, with this funny image of Bugs Bunny. If you have actually seen these 5 pairs in your mind's eye, you will have no trouble remembering the 6 items in a sequence from olive oil to broccoli. You have linked the first item with the second, second with the third, third with the fourth, and so on to the last one. It is as if you have arranged all these items in the form of a train. By doing so, you have ensured that the first word will lead you to the second, second will remind you of the third, and so on. Do not get worried about the length of the list. Just make sure that you have a strong association between each pair of words. Now, imagine you're in the supermarket with this list in your mind. Here is what you put in your shopping cart: olive oil, bananas, dog food, wine, carrots, and broccoli. The second variant of the link system, known as the story method, works by creating a continuous narrative that links all the items together in the form of a story. The logic of the story will help you fix in your mind the items you want to memorize. Even if you don't consider yourself a very creative person, you can use the power of story to help you remember different things. Here's an important tip for using this method effectively. When creating your mnemonic story, imagine that you find yourself in the middle of it, interacting with its different scenarios. In this way, the memories will become much more personal and will last longer. Let's view an example on how to use this method by memorizing the same shopping list presented earlier. In this way, besides understanding this method, you will be able to compare the efficiency of the two variants of the link system. Here's our list: olive oil, bananas, dog food, wine, carrots, and broccoli. Now, let's create a little story with these products. Imagine yourself on a field, and there is a big olive tree in the middle. Walking out of a door in the tree is a banana, one in pajamas. It's coming out of the door to feed the dog, who holds a bottle of wine and is drunk. Next to him is Bugs Bunny, biting a carrot and asking him, "What's up, Doc? You need to take a little nap in the shade of broccoli." When you have finished watching this fantasy, close your eyes and run back through the mental movie you have just completed. Then, try to write down the 6 items in order on a piece of paper. I'm pretty sure you will remember all 6 different and unique pieces of information from this short but powerful little story. When you've seen this story, you received already created mental pictures. But when you apply this method on your own, use your imagination for creating memorable stories. Allow your imagination to create images in your head, trying to generate sensory perceptions such as smells, noises, or the feeling of objects. Applications of the link technique. Learning how to use the link technique is quick. Both the chain link and the sentence methods are very simple to learn and to use. Another advantage is that you can combine them with other memory techniques. The link system is most appropriate for remembering shopping lists and to-do lists, points to remember in a speech, names of people, lists of instructions, and various unrelated things, etc. As long as your images are clear, there is no way you can make a mistake. You will remember the list for days, even if you don't practice it. In the next lesson, you will learn the most efficient method to learn difficult words, known as the sound-alike technique. See you there.